So yeah, animals migrating from the southern hemisphere into the northern hemisphere into the southern hemisphere. It's all cool because humans doing that gets you the AIDS disease. See, circumcision is closer. The original circumcision is closer to the southern hemisphere than it is to the northern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere sure has literature. Yes, definitely. Literature happened in the northern hemisphere. Pyramids, Stonehenge, that all happened in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, well, I don't know what it is, but you bought the circumcision and you're still insisting, oh yeah, it helps prevent disease. Some of the worst sexually transmitted diseases that we've been affected by these species have come after the circumcision, and they weren't here before the circumcision. And then the circumcision will let you masturbate all day. Without a circumcision, you couldn't masturbate all day because you'd ruin your phallus. You'd get abrasions and lesions and whatnot all over that thing. Nature did not intend for you to fuck for hours to be able to do that. Sexual intercourse between a man and a woman who are intended to be brought together by nature at an age when they're sexually active and can reproduce through means of sexual intercourse. Well, sex is something that they can consensually agree on. They can consensually engage in because they can agree that they probably need another heir in the family. They probably need someone to look after the family, look after the inheritance, look after the farm, whatever the reason might be, right? Or just because they wanted to honor somebody in their family. If they want to do it, and nature does not disagree with it. Nature will let them have the time, the energy. Nature will let them have the resources for it. And there will be no doubt in their mind that the next one that we're making is going to be the answer to our problems. See, I've seen this culture of people getting off on fertility. Israel's all, whoa, go forth and multiply, and take those slave women, every single virgin, for yourself as wives, and go forth and multiply. This culture, this mentality, right? So multiply, yes. Greater in numbers, every grain of sand, yes, motherfucker. And let me have your mama Urvashi's pussy. I'll come from the southern hemisphere to steal your mama Urvashi's pussy. Everything's about that. Brahma's destiny in reality is Urvashi, and I know Daddy Shiva is playing with Brahma, and he wants him to earn Urvashi's pussy. So I'm out here, I'm doing all these 3-pointers, and I'm a Harlem Globetrotting and shit, and I'm breakdancing. I'm stepping up my game. Look at me, I'm in my Lambo, maggot, my fo faggot. I'm that face straight to the back. Either way, the point is not to bash on somebody, on an ethnic group, a race, a caste, a social class. It's not the point. I'm just saying. I also forgot to mention. See, in the celestial celestial realm, Taurus the Bull is just north of the equator. Taurus the Bull, the constellation, is just north of the equator, which I think corresponds to this whole deal with the continent of Africa being split into two parts, where it's partially in the northern hemisphere, and the part of the African continent that's in the northern hemisphere somehow corresponds with the constellation Taurus the Bull. And well, if I say it, I'm crazy. Somebody else said it, if a brahmin kid said it, and they would have been an indigo child, a starseed child, a psychic child with psychic powers. He'd be banking off of it too, and I don't even want to monetize my video. The point is not that. The point is, if I say it, I'm fucking crazy, involuntary holding shit for this motherfucker. But, if some Aryan kid said it, even if a Dravidian kid who was like, well, yeah, I'm okay with Islam and Trimurti and the Tri-Union or whatever that shit is, I'm okay with that. Nikola Tesla, a Serbian, got to explore with the free energy, or in the, really got to explore in the field that he was researching after a ton of atrocities had already been inflicted on his people, on his ethnic group, the Serbians. See, this has been going on since the Vedas. The Serbians are close to the Armenians, the Spartans. Nobody talks about their persecution and how hard their lives have been. Everybody's just focused on, well, other people. There are tribes in Africa who press their women's breasts, who forcibly sodomize 8-year-old boys. And Spartans were killing children who were not fit to fight in battle. Well, leave it up to the Spartan. The Spartan knows what the Spartan's doing. We're not coming to Africa and telling you, well, no, what you're doing is wrong. We don't even have the right. It's your land, and you kill us. If white people come to evangelize in Africa, you'll kill them, because it's your land. You're a native there, and it's your jurisdiction. Either way. So Taurus the Bull, yeah, represents that part of the African continent that lies in the northern hemisphere. The resources are being split. You see culture, traditions, behaviors, a lot of times will resemble that of a bull, of a herd animal. This herd immunity concept is also can also be traced back to people who associate more closely with Taurus the Bull than they can with Pleiades or the Hunter. All of the fucking lore, mythology, legend in history is all revolving around these constellations: the Hunter, Pleiades, Hyades, Taurus. Literally. Quite literally. People don't see it, but that's how it is, because this is a battle between the northern hemisphere and the southern.